Hello, you're listening to Work From Home, a Lower Street podcast where we help you stay connected, productive and sane whilst working remotely. Today, we're looking at taking care of your eyes when you spend all day at home looking at a screen. We're also taking a look at how to stay focused whilst planting trees and some of the best streaming coming up this weekend. First up, in the show notes, we're going to have a link to a couple of resources on taking care of your eyes. Now, I'm bringing this up because I'm rather embarrassed to say that after 2 years of working at home and continuously looking at a computer screen, I went from having a very almost non-existent prescription to a rather more significant prescription because I spent too much time looking at a computer screen and not enough time taking breaks and looking at things that are a little bit further away. And this is something that can happen if you spend a lot of time looking at screens. Your eyes can adjust to looking at things that are closer to you, and things that are further away become a little bit more blurry. And the first thing I have linked is a video from Specsavers, and they have a really good 20-20-20 rule, which is that you should look away from your screen every 20 minutes, and you should look at something that's more than 20 feet away, and you should look at it for more than 20 seconds. Now, I do this occasionally as I'm working, but I don't do it consistently enough, and I think that is one of the contributing factors to my increasing prescription. But especially if you're sat in front of a window, or if you can sit around and look at something at the other end of a room or a hallway or something, I think following the 20-20-20 rule of looking up every 20 minutes at something more than 20 feet away for more than 20 seconds, I think it's really helpful. We also have another article from Personal Trainer today, which is about how to take care of your eyes when working from home. And this is all about having a good screen position, having good lighting to try and get as much natural light into your office as possible without just relying on the screen light. Having your desk close to a window to achieve that so that you're getting your light from outside rather than from the blue light that is in a lot of device screens. Taking regular breaks, and this is an interesting one here, is blinking, because apparently you blink far less when you're looking at a computer screen than you would just in your day-to-day life. For whatever reason, you slow it down and you blink far more slowly, so your eyes dry out, and that can be a source of irritation. And then they also mention the importance of dark mode, or for Windows computers, you can put a night light on, which reduces the amount of blue light from a screen in the evening. And this has been really helpful for me. And next up, we have a productivity focus app, which also allows you to plant trees. And this is called Forest. And this is a really interesting idea because it is definitely an issue, may not be for you, but it has been for me in the past, that my phone is a constant source of distraction. I've gotten pretty good at just putting it in a drawer at the other side of the room and pretending that it doesn't exist. But it is very easy to get drawn into it and spend time on it and just pick it up and have a little look far too often and break your focus. And the idea of Forest is that you set a timer on your phone, and whilst you're away from your phone, it starts to grow little trees. And the longer you're away and the more consistently you leave your phone alone, the bigger this forest grows. So it's like a gamification of not using your phone. And this is an immensely popular app. And it has the added benefit of, whilst you're growing your virtual forest, the people who run the app will also plant trees in real life. So you can grow your virtual forest and you can also grow a real forest somewhere. So I'll have a link to that in the show notes as well. And finally, whathifi.com has a list of all of the biggest streaming events that are coming up soon, and we'll have a link to that in the show notes. And one of the running themes here seems to be that bands are releasing old recordings of concerts. So people like Radiohead, Metallica, Bob Sinclair, even some record labels like Defected Records are all releasing previous live performances, and you can go and check them out. So whilst you can't actually go out and go to any festivals or concerts or anything, you can kind of get some of the effect by checking out these previously recorded concerts and festivals and DJ sets and all that. This is a big list, so I recommend reading through it by yourself, but there is everything from opera to theatre to improv music to Garth Brooks and Metallica and Norah Jones. So do check it out. We'll have a link to that in the show notes. And if you're missing the concert or festival scene at this time of year, then you can try and get some of it back this weekend. So that's it for today's episode. Do you have stories about working from home or resources that you'd like us to talk about? Then get in contact, wfh@lowerstreet.co. We'd love to talk about them on the show. And remember to subscribe and share the episode with someone you think would enjoy it. And join us for new content every weekday.